Hola amigos, I'm the Spanish chef, and today I wanted to show you how to cook a seasonal wild mushrooms, Jerusalem artichokes and chestnuts paella. Not a classic at all, but made with beautiful autumn ingredients that have inspired me when I went to the market. As we get deep into the autumn, you will find that both the varieties of mushrooms as well as the numbers multiply, and you'll see them in your local stores, as well as at this time of the year you'll find the Jerusalem artichokes, which is a vegetable that I didn't know about until I first came to the UK 15 years ago. We don't grow it in Spain, so it's not traditional in there, but I love integrating ingredients that I find locally. You know, here in the UK, fantastic cabbages, fantastic root vegetables, fantastic cabbages and so on. I always forget the name of that family of the cabbage family, which is a really funny name to me, but brassicas. But anyway, and as well, to make it extra special, we're going to be using some shavings of chestnuts, which sort of replace a truffle for those of us who cannot pay it. So let me run you through the ingredients. We're going to need tomato, garlic, Spanish onion, chestnuts, saffron, fresh thyme, bomba rice or Spanish rice, a mixture of wild mushrooms, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, sweet paprika, Jerusalem artichokes, wild mushrooms stock, and that glass of wine, which I will be drinking because I forgot to use it. So first, let's start preparing the ingredients. And wild mushrooms comes in all sorts of shapes and forms. The larger ones you can tear apart like I just did. Those which come with all the bottom stuck together, you can just give them a cut. Sometimes they are very small. You don't even need to bother in cutting them in pieces, and others you'll need to clean them with a damp cloth. So depending on what you get, you'll do one thing or another. And with the Jerusalem artichokes, because they are quite soft, all we need to do is either brush them to remove a bit of sand, or just peel them like I did and cut them into nice big chunks, as they have a bit like a sweet potato texture and it can disintegrate very quickly. As well, we're gonna finely chop the onion, thinly slice the garlic, grate your tomatoes, and we are going to infuse the wild mushroom stock, which I did, and you can see in another of my recipes on the channel, and I'm going to infuse it with the crumbled saffron while I start making the paella. First, place the paella pan over high heat with the extra virgin olive oil and the Jerusalem artichokes, which we are going to fry nicely for about 5 minutes until they take a little bit of color. That will give them a good consistency as well. Then add all your wild mushrooms and again saute for a further 4 to 5 minutes depending on the size. Just make sure nothing burns, nor the artichokes nor the mushrooms. And mushrooms, they tend to absorb quite a lot of oil, so if that is the case, just pour a little bit more. Add the finely chopped garlic 30 seconds later, add your sweet paprika, and 15 seconds later add your tomato, your blend tomatoes, which will stop those two ingredients from burning. Add a bit more oil if you need to, then add your rice, and we're going to coat it with the oil and sear it like if it was risotto, so that it has a great texture later on. And we're going to pour straight away our very hot mushroom stock, which has been infused with the saffron. Put a bit of thyme, taste the seasoning, put a bit more salt and pepper if needs be, and we're gonna cook it on high heat for 10 minutes and low heat for the last 10 minutes. And it should be cooked to perfection with a lovely socarrat on the bottom. Now I'm going to prepare the chestnuts, which should be quite easy to peel with a sharp paring knife. Just work your way around it as if it was a potato, but just make sure that you don't cut your finger, as they are a little bit harder, but it should be really easy to peel even with the skin on. The paella has been resting for 5 minutes while I was peeling the chestnuts, and now all is left is to shave them on top. If you have a truffle shaver, use it. If you don't, like my case, just use a peeler. It works just as fine. And it's a great sort of a special touch, you know, for those of us who cannot pay truffles, and it just gives it a bit of crunch, that lovely autumn flavor, well, which is full of because of the mushrooms, the Jerusalem artichokes and the mushroom stock. And take a look, it looks wonderful, and it's shouting to me that Christmas is approaching too. So I hope you enjoy the recipe, I hope you give it a go, and remember, if you need the recipe, go to my website as well for online shopping. Any Spanish ingredients that you may need, some paella pans, Spanish tools like terracottas. See you again soon, all the best. Hasta pronto. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, share it and subscribe.